Howdy, I'm Geezlarry, and today is another Minecraft Survival Series video. It has been 3 months, almost 4, since my last upload in this series, and that is simply due to one reason. Today, I will be making a volcano. And not just a little dinky one where I pretend half it's underwater and go up like 25 blocks and then just... No. It's going to be a volcano, probably going up to about there or so. It's going to be very, very tall, very, very ugly probably, because I'm not very good at... I don't know how good I'm making volcanoes. I've never, ever even attempted anything like this. In addition to the volcano, I will also be making a little rock face around the whole backside of the island, because if you go around and look, you can't really see it, but you can kind of tell from here that it is just like this. Grass, empty, and then the, like, sea level. I'm going to make a little rock face all around there. So hopefully I can make it look really cool. Is that a trident guy? Or just fish? I think it was a squid. I'm pretty sure he despawned. Anyway, I got distracted. I'm also making a little death and a dead biome right here with like gravel, coarse dirt, dead trees, because the volcano recently erupted and there was lava running down and killed about everything. It's not going to start being luscious until like around here, and then it'll probably transition slowly into this green happy little biome that I'm actually going to be living in. I will be able to see the volcano. I will not be living in the volcano. I'll be living in a cottage or house over yonder. This cleared out area is for my home, so it'll be here. And would you stop spitting at me? It's so annoying. I have a lot to do today, so I should begin the work. And I will start with this rock face here and turning this bit into actually finishing it, because I want the green biome to be fully done, and it's not fully done because this patch needs to be fixed. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to make the rock face around. I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed right now because there is so much to do. Okay, I've never, ever in my life done a project or even thought about doing a project that was this big. So it probably will be 2 episodes. It'll probably be this episode and another episode until I finish it. And then we can move on to other projects and maybe even bigger projects. Who knows? Who knows what the future will hold, but for right now, let's focus on the current, present, and the building of this island. I want this island to look beautiful. I want this island to look amazing. And it shall start with a little bit of a time-lapse of me putting grass and then rocks. One thing you did not see in the time-lapse, because I didn't put in the time-lapse and it was off camera, was the making of this cliff right here. I don't love it. I like it, it looks cool, but I don't love it. I could have put the ground down further. I could have put more effort into it and making it go like under the water a bit, putting more stuff, details. I I don't know how specifically off the top of my head, but I could have made it better. But as for right now, it is just fine. I think I do really like it. I love how it looks, and it's a lot better than just an empty hole. So let's move on to the next item on the to-do list for today. I'm not entirely sure what that is, because I have no idea what this island is going to look like, if I'm honest with you. I did not plan anything out at all, save build a volcano in creative that looked kind of bad. So I'm not really sure. I have no idea. I'm just going with the flow, building what I think will look cool, and making stuff up as I go along. So this island could look pretty bad, or it could look absolutely sick. So I probably am going to run like a stream or creek through the island, maybe make a waterfall on that back cliff side. I'll put probably like fields over there and maybe a pond or something like that. As I said, I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. So I think I'm gonna do the creek slash maybe there's a pond as well now. So let's get into that and figuring out where that all will go. Alright, so I planned out where all the pond and the creeks are gonna go, and by that I mean there's one of each. The pond is right here. I just dug it down, and there you can see the little hole is going to be a waterfall back into the ocean. It's gonna be just a little one. And if you go over here, you can see the stream that runs all the way around here, cutting and slicing through the island, and it dumps out into the ocean on the other side. Actually, I think that's probably a river right here. And the river is going to feed the stream. That's going to be the stream's inlet, and it goes all the way this way into the pond, and then the waterfall dumps into the ocean. So there's no flooding or anything like that. If you want to get technical and make sure it is a geographically correct stream, which I personally don't give one care about, it'll look a lot better, and it will hopefully look less like a balloon tied to a string when it's finished. So let's go ahead and do that now, and I will see you in about 3 seconds? Maybe I'll time lapse it. Probably not. About 3, 2, 1. It didn't stop. After collecting all the lily pads and putting in the drip leaf and the small drip leaf and the mud and the stone and the water, and the leaves too, don't forget the leaves, the pond slash creek is all finished up. I really like how it looks, honestly. When I was building it, I was like, I don't know if this looks very good, but after now looking at it, I really like how it looks. And it's giving me that spark of excitement for what the whole island's gonna look like. If just this little bit that's finished looks this good, imagine what the whole island will look like when it's all decorated with this much detail. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'll probably put a few crops over here in like the background to make them grow, because I don't have anywhere near enough crops to start working on the farms and complete it. So I'm just gonna like plant a few of them over there and let them grow and let the field actually grow. So, or I could just farm them with bone meal and stuff. But I think it'd be quicker to let them grow in the... Dudes! What? Why are you camping my bed? Hold on, let me just sleep. Let me sleep. Why are they watching me? They're so creepy. Let me just, You literally don't do damage. Sir, you genuinely don't do a single point of damage. You're useless. You're supposed to be the captain, and you've done You're not even harming me. Is that a mosquito bite? Oh, it's a crossbow. What kind of is that, like a Nerf gun? How is that doing so little damage? Why are you fighting me with a Nerf gun? Anywho. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I'm going to let the crops grow and figure out what crops and where later. So I'm just gonna plant a bunch of crops, let them grow in the background, and then probably start working on the death biome, because I'm really excited to work on this biome, and I can put together the biome and then decorate the biome, make it look really cool, hopefully. Then I'll go back to the fields, finish up the fields. Then we can finish off the episode with the volcano, which I'm honestly terrified of. If I'm being totally honest with you, I'm terrified of building this volcano because it is a very intimidating project. I've never built anything close to this size in survival, and I don't think I've ever built anything this size in creative except the volcano that I made in Candyland, which I made around Christmas. Speaking of, I made a video of it. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. A shameless self-promotion. That's what you just got hit with. Anywho, I'm gonna get to work on that and this, then I'm gonna do that and Volcano. You get the idea. Howdy, Editing Larry here. What you're seeing is a clip without audio because my microphone, turns out, was muted the whole time. So I'm just wiggling my arms about, saying nothing to nobody. So I figured I would jump in and tell you what I was saying. So pretty much the gist of what I was saying was I finished, or well, I didn't finish it. This is what I've done so far, but I'm out of gravel right now, so I have to go get some more gravel. And I'm going to go on a long 4,000 block excursion to go get said gravel. Also, I also did mention that the coarse dirt, I want to thicken that up where it meets the grass and the gravel. I want to thicken that up, and I want to make it spread out into the gravel less, because frankly, it looks idiotic right now, but don't worry, I do fix it, and I think it looks a lot better now. Back to the video, I guess. I'm gonna go back to editing. This is miserable. I hate editing. See you later, folks. Upon returning from my rather disappointing excursion, I got straight to work and hammered down and built the rest of the biome, but I did not record it because I figured I would need the rest of the time left in the video to show me making the volcano. So, here is the the results of what I threw together. You saw most of this. You did not see the trees or the buttons or this awesome looking lava bit. At least I think it's awesome. You might think it's ugly. And if you do, I don't care. It's not your world. Anyways, this middle bit is a little bit disappointing, this gravel and andesite bit. But it's just ash, so it's not really supposed to be particularly interesting. If you turn around over here, you can see a couple farms I put together. Put some wheat, potato, and carrot farms. But I didn't really decorate around the farms other than putting the leaf border. And I put some flowers and rose bushes inside the farm just to give it a little bit more color. Before we get to the volcano, though, I have very limited supply of food. 18 lamb pork chops, just lamb chops, not lamb pork chops. They're not. It's not a sheep pig hybrid creature that I'm breeding up to okay, just pork chop. Okay, just not pork chops, lamb chops. Look, lamb chops. Okay, I'm not. I'm not fusing together sheep and pig just to make an abominable breeding farm for 18 meat. Okay, I just slaughtered some innocent sheep and cooked their guts, and I should probably stop talking. Anyways, I am, the point being, hungry, and I only have 18 food to my name, other than bread, and nobody likes bread. At least I don't. So I'm gonna make a food farm. Which food farm? I don't know yet. Probably a steak farm. That's probably gonna be the easiest. I'm not sure if I can how automatic I can make it, but I think there are automatic steak farms out there. I just have to figure out how. I'll have to do some research into what farm I'm going to be making exactly. But I am going to be putting it inside of the volcano that is yet to be built. Because I think it'll be really cool to have some farms in the volcano. And then have like a secret entrance underwater that you have to swim up into the volcano to get your farms. And it's just a really convenient spot for farms out of the way. You don't have to look at them. And they're right near my base. So they're not like an eyesore, and they're always going to be loaded. So I think it's just a win-win situation if I put it into the volcano. So I'm going to go do that, and I will show you which farm I'm making. And, I don't know, but food. It's hungry. I want you to brace yourself and put on your thinking caps, because what you're about to see might just blow your head off because it's so vastly complicated and so beautifully engineered. It might just rip your eyeballs right out. Ready? Boom. Check out the vast of the complexity of this build. Now, the regular farm doesn't have this addition. This bit is so the farm automatically cooks the meat that it creates, and if it doesn't, well, I messed up. Anyways, the actual farm works... Oh, I fell down, hold on. The actual farm works by putting a bunch of cows in here. I'm going to put a wall over top of this hole so they can't get out, but I can still feed them. And when I feed them, they're going to summon more cows, and the extra cows will cause entity cramming to kill other cows. Well, I think I need like 24 mobs or so in one little pit for the cows to start entity cramming, and then they will die, suffocate on each other, drop their loot into this hopper, that will go into this chest, and then I'm going to see if I can make a filtration system where the raw beef goes into this hopper and into the smoker, and then the cooked beef will come out into this chest. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. I just don't know how, because I don't know one iota about redstone. Okie dokie. The farm is complete. I have the cows in it, the wall right here. However, I did not go with a filtration system because my brain is too minuscule to comprehend how any sort of redstone works. So I just took out the middleman, which is the extra hopper, and just put the thing and on top of the thing, so that you put the stuff into this. You take the stuff from this chest into the smoker, and then the cooked stuff goes into the hopper. I think I lost you somewhere. Might have lost you there. Anyways, you get it. You understand that, right? Right? Yeah. How couldn't you? My description was so vivid and vivid. I couldn't think of another word. After about a week, well, weekday business week, about 4 days and 10 or so hours of construction, the volcano is almost complete. It's not completely finished. There's still a little bit of detailing to do, and but it's done. It's, for the most part, it is done. I'm out of time for today. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. As a recap of what I've done, I had made this little bit right here, the coarse dirt and the gravel, that all biome stuff, like stuff over there. I made this pond, and as well as a creek that trickles on down. The fields over there you can't really see at the height I'm at. Let me get a little bit more height so you can see over there. Those are all finished. I still have to do a bunch of detailing around there. So this island is nowhere near done, but today's episode is done. I think we did a lot of good. I think we did a ton of progress. We got a pond and a creek that looks like a tadpole. We made some fields that look like lungs. We made this cool little biome, which this is the coolest thing I think I've built in this episode. Because if you take a look at the volcano, boom. Dramatic reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you one egg. It looks terrible. I'm going to be honest with you. I spent 10 hours working on this, and it looks like a piece of garbage. It looks like a giant hen. It looks like the sun laid an egg, and it fell. It's an egg. Okay? It's an egg. It's a freaking egg. I told you, I warned you that it might look terrible, okay? I did warn you. And was I wrong? Of course not. It looks like an egg. It's terrible. It just ruined everything that I've done up to this point. As much as I hate that it looks like an egg and want to ender pearl into the lava to drown my sorrows in 14,000 degrees, I am very proud of this. It took a long time, and I've never built anything near this size in survival Minecraft before, not even close. So I am very proud of it, even though it looks hideous. It looks like the poop that pooped poop if poop pooped poop. If also the poop that pooped poop if poop poop pooped was an egg. I hope you enjoy looking at this monstrosity for the rest of the series, because you're gonna have to, and so am I, because I sure as heck am not changing that, because I am one lazy boy. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful 2 weeks until I see you in my next upload. See ya!